People are tired of Wall Street. People are tired of the media. People are tired of the establishment. They're tired of professional politicians who become more concerned with their own hide and their own longevity than they are with the people who they represent and with the country that they're supposed to represent. I think that is what's going on with regard to New York's congressional race in District 23. And to talk about us, well, she may talk about us too.
Marjorie, we hope we talk about you.
To talk to us about it is Marjorie Dannenfelser. Marjorie, president of Susan B. Anthony. Marjorie, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I love being with y'all, like in your living room, and I was just talking about you.
Well, I won't ask you. I won't ask you what you said, but
Marjorie, before you speak, I want to thank you. We've been talking a little bit about who was first on the ground, and you are literally in the district in New York 23 right now, though you live in Virginia near us.
Yes.
And why did you decide to go there this week?
Well, look, this is about who here votes and what they care about. And if we're going to have any effect, we've got to come make sure that we serve the people here who want a voice, and Hoffman has really provided that voice. And I tell you what, it is a beautiful, I'm here every year, actually, believe it or not, and it is a beautiful town, small town values. There are soldiers walking all around everywhere, military families, because there's a Fort Drum is nearby. It's just a great, beautiful place, and we have been meeting with volunteers and getting to know everybody and really just providing them what they need to really get the word out about Hoffman for Congress. So it's been really exciting.
I know you brought some signs, and you've brought some some material that people can use. I want to let you know one thing. I actually was talking to some GOP party chairs there. I won't name any names this weekend, but one of them let me know that she was so upset about this choice that she felt that she had been bamboozled by the party, that what she was going to do was not going to be public because she didn't want to make this fight about the party. She wanted to make it about principle. But what she did is she removed all the Didi Scozzafava signs, as did her constituents, because they let her know that they were not going to vote. They weren't going to make it public. They weren't going to go on television or radio, but they were not going to vote for her. That's the silent majority.
The Republican nominee.
Well, that backbone is exactly what you were talking about, Fred, in the lead-in here, and it's exactly why there is such incredible momentum. They really have not been on the ground so excited about a candidate in a really long time. It really is this organic Palin-style effect. I mean, it is palpable, the feeling. We have operations set up all over the district. It's one of the biggest districts in the country. It's 400 miles from one end to the other. We've got 4 operations set up and volunteers and staff on the ground in each of those. And, with signs and people manning the polling places, lots of communication with church leaders and really just doing all the get out the vote stuff, because in the end, who cares about the polls, even though Hoffman is ahead? And the real poll in the end is the poll on Election Day. And just making sure that everyone knows that there is an enormous choice between Owens and Hoffman, while Didi just kind of implodes, is our goal here.
Marjorie, I know this isn't the only race you're working on. This is important all across the country. We've got listeners that are outside of New York, and they care about these very same issues. What's the thing that you're hearing there on the ground that is similar to what you're hearing across the country? What message is the loudest?
Well, I think it is what you two communicate so well. It is really that it's time that GOP leaders do that, lead on principle, so that we don't always have to step into the void. And when I say we, I mean grassroots people who are looking for leaders, looking for principled people to run, are not seeing the leadership in many cases in the Republican Party. And so they are thankfully stepping into that leadership void. I think Wall Street Journal said it best: if the Republican Party can't be about principles, then it will continue to lose election after election. Now it's so clear the choice between Obama policies and what conservatives have to offer that you're just seeing this district is a tiny district, a special election way up in New York, which is a beautiful place. But the only reason it captures the imagination of the country is that it is really a microcosm of what's going on nationally, which is this misunderstanding on the GOP leadership level in certain cases, and just that hunger for conservative leadership on the ground.
Well, I think this is an aberration, really. I think that we've told Republican leaders what we think about the situation, and acted the way we are seeing best to act. Most of the time, this doesn't occur. Most of the time, we're backing the right candidates across the board, and we're there together. This is unusual. The president picked this Republican congressman up there to be in his cabinet, thinking that they could elect a liberal Democrat to get it in his place. And then for some reason, they elected something that you don't see much of, a very liberal Republican lady to be our nominee. And we had a guy who said, we don't have to take that. So that combination of things makes it unusual and makes it a real opportunity. Thank goodness for people like you at the grassroots level who are doing what you're doing. Thank you, Marjorie, for being with us.